तीर्त्वा आर्णवम् हत्वा
तीर्त्वा मोहार्णवं हत्वा
द्वेषादिराक्षसान्
रागद्वेषादिराक्षसान्
योगी शान्ति समायुक्तः
योगी शान्ति समायुक्त
आत्मा रामो विराजते
आत्मा रामो विराजते।
तीर्त्वा मोहार्णवम् हत्वा रागद्वेषादिराक्षसान् योगी शांति समायुक्तः आत्मा रामो विराजते. My humble prostration unto lotus feet, Bhagavad Pujyapad Acharya, Sri Shankaracharya ji, and great philosopher and saint Dutt Dhaneshwar Maharaj. Let us in tune with great masters and take blessing from him, and with the light of grace and blessing, we are going to contemplate on Atmabodh with verse number 58. Moharnavam tirtva ragadveshadi rakshasan hatva yogi shanti samayuktaha atma ramo virajate. Bhagavad Pujyapad Sri Shankaracharya ji, through this verse, he gives philosophical as well as epic story of Ramayanas. He brings two ideas together. The word Ram indicates our own true nature, our eternal, permanent happiness. The Ram word indicates contentment within the self. And how is the Rama? He is the yogi. And yogi always unites himself or herself with peace. So, Shanti stands for Sita. Shanti represents the fundamental principle of peace. Yogi can remain long period of time in the self. And there he feels the eternal peace. So Shanti stands for peace. Rama stands for eternal self. Where there is an eternal self, there is an eternal peace. For that, how one can attain eternal peace? While remaining in this fascinating world, one may collect all comfortable things and furnitures, and one may keep himself in luxurious, comfortable atmosphere, even though he or she does not get a content happiness, permanent joy from the sense objects. He or she will feel disturbed while remaining with external sense objects because they have a wrong idea in their own mind. And that is, all things in this world are impermanent, temporarily, inert, and insensate. But all of them are momentarily changing. But due to ignorance, due to delusion, we think they are permanent. They are source of happiness. So we look at them as opposite. Their nature is different, but we think them as different. That is the moha. Moha is the weakness of spiritual seekers. If he has a delusion, an attachment with enchanting objects, and at the same time, he or she may engages herself or himself in activities of spiritual path, even though they will not see the development in their own life. Agitations, disturbance, depression will continue in their life, and they feel miserable while performing all spiritual activities. The reason is very simple. They do not give up the concept of delusion. Delusion means they looks they look at the world differently. Actually, they are different. Opposite perception is there. Erroneous concept is always remaining in their own mind. So they could not see as it is to the world. So that is the delusion. And where there is a delusion, there are there are many demons, like as a likes and dislikes. So Rama wedded with Sita in Epic of Ramayana. And when Sita united with Rama, then she is ready to live anywhere with Rama. She has no problem. She can live happily with Rama in Ayodhya also, and she can live happily with Rama in terrible jungle also. Because the Lord Rama is always with me, then wherever I go, I don't feel any uncomfortable. I do not feel any problem with him. Wherever mother goes, the children feel comfortable and security with her. She may be in miserable state, but in that state also the children feel happy because he knows that he will get all types of security with her. And if you take that baby in AC room, but mother is not there, they will start crying and weeping and just throwing things here and there because all conducive atmosphere is there, but mother is not there. So that baby will feel uncomfortable with conducive atmosphere. In the same way, the Sita represents peace and the Rama represents eternal bliss or eternal self. So, self or Atma is the source of happiness or peace. But when Sita attracted towards temptation and she tells Rama, "Oh, do you see the golden deer is dancing here and there? I want its skin to wear the blouse. Please go there and kill that deer and bring the skin. I want to make a beautiful blouse out of that skin of the deer." Rama says that, "Oh, Sita, have you seen before as like this golden deer? This is not a real deer. It is a temptation." But Sita shifted his attention from the Rama towards the golden deer. And from that moment, problem starts there. In the same way, Gnaneshwar Maharaj says that the same principle of Rama are residing in the core of your heart. That is the source of happiness. It is source of eternal bliss. if you abide in that self, then wherever your prarabdha takes away, you can go with that prarabdha with happily, but you will remain in the self. You will abide in the self. Then prarabdha will not make any effect on your eternal peace. Many people says that Tukaram Maharaj had faced many problems in his life. But if you ask, is it real? Tukaram Maharaj says that I do not see sorrow even my dream. What to talk about the waking state? दुःख ते कैसे नहीं स्वप्नासी. I do not experience pain even in dream also, because I always remains in my own glory, that is Atman. But moment we shift our attention from that eternal self toward and shift from the eternal self to enchanting world of the sense objects, then we'll feel someone sannyasi will come. The Ravan himself will come in the form of sannyasi, and he will ask bhiksha, because if you fall under the temptation once, then one after another many temptation will come towards you and catch your attention from your goal, and you will not have a perfect discrimination what is real and what is unreal. The great sannyasi, great mahatma like Rama is always with Sita, but when she turned her attention from the Rama towards deer, then deer runs away far from, and she sent Rama behind the deer. And the deer make a loud sound. Oh, Lakshmana, please come. I'm in the problem. Oh, Lakshmana, please come. I'm in the problem. The voice heard by Sita. She ordered Lakshmana, please go. Your brother is in the problem. The Lakshmana says that no. Rama is the embodiment of Lord Vishnu. No one can make problem for him. But Sita do not want to listen anything from Lakshmanas. And Lakshmana is the embodiment of dispassion. Where there is a dispassion in the life of sadhakas, you will live very disciplined life. Moment you lose your disciplined, then you will drag somewhere else by the external temptation. The Lakshmana indicates discipline of spirituality. The spiritual seeker always will perform very disciplined. Every time he does his own sadhana, it does not away from its own principle. So Lakshmana draw the lines for Sita and said that don't cross this line. If spiritual seeker wants to realize his own true nature, he or she should not cross the line which is drawn by the scriptures, which is drawn by the gurus and the shastras. But nowadays, We want to live in the spirituality without any rules and regulations. Go here and there, eat anything and everything. And again say that my guru said that he will show the Kundalini Shakti. He will kindle my Kundalini Shakti, just placing his hand on my head, and I will be realized with Kundalini Shakti. Everything is bakwas. But Lakshmana says that discipline is very, very important in the life of spirituality. But Sita crossed that line. And very that moment, the Ravana came in the form of sannyasi and asked bhiksha. And she gave a bhiksha at very that point. Ravana hijacks Sita. Can I say the hijacks Sita? Or he kidnapped and took away in Lanka. When Rama and Lakshmana came back and saw everywhere, Sita was not there. Rama was playing the role of husband in our day-to-day life. And when we have took a particular role, we have to play it uh, very accurately. Rama was the embodiment of the self, but now he has played the role of as a husband. So he was crying and weeping and calling, "Oh Sita, where are you? Where are you? Without you, my life is not possible. I may kill myself without separation." In this way, just lamenting here and there. Then he understood from somewhere that Sita is abducted by the Ravana, hijacks by the Ravana, or kidnapped by the Ravana. We can say anything. And Ravana kept Sita in Ashokavan. The name of the garden is Ashokavan. Garden without grief, garden without pain, garden without calamities. Ashokavan or Ashokavatika, we can say that. But in that Ashokavatika, Sita does not feel happy, comfortable, contented, because she is separated from the Rama. And you may live in comfortable zone, but there will not get contentment. And then with the help of monkeys, Hanuman and Sugrivas, they decided to cross the ocean. Jambavanta gives suggestions to everybody. Sita is other shore of the ocean. Who will go and find out the Sita? Everybody was boasting before his own strength. But when they saw the ocean, everybody go back and say that no, it is impossible for me. We will not cross the ocean. Somebody say we will cross, but we will not come back again. Other monkey said that I may cross the ocean, not completely, but we go in middle, and we think that we'll not cross the ocean, we'll drown in that ocean. So everybody withdraw themselves, or himself or herself, not herself, it's itself, from this mission. But ultimately, Hanuman suggested or received the suggestion because he has a potential power. And by the remembering the Rama, devotee Hanuman crossed the ocean and went everywhere in Sri Lanka and find out Sita. While coming, he burns entire Lanka and come back to the Rama, and he's reported all his information. Then again, all the monkeys came together and decided that we have to construct the bridge. And two monkeys were there in the army of Sugriva. They brought two stone and write on Ra and Ma. And in this way, they constructed the bridge. And Rama crossed the ocean along with all monkeys and entered in the Lanka. And he killed the demons, Ravan, Kumbhakarna, and all his children. And he regained Sita and come back again in the Ayodhya, where there is no struggle, no yuddha, no war. And again, Sita unites with Rama and live happily. That is called Ramaraj. But in the life of seeker, we have to enjoy the Ramarajya continuously. And when it is possible, when we always in tune with self, we always in tune with our own soul true nature, then where there is a self, there is a peace. The self represents, the Rama represents self, and Sita represents peace, contentment, happiness. So, as a spiritual seekers, we are a yogi. We have to unite with self, then peace always with it. Yogi Shanti Samayuktaha. When yogi connects himself with the self, then he will connect with the peace also. Atma Ramo Virajate. Then he revels in his glory. He revels in the self. He shines with self. Atma Ramo Virajate.
So beautifully explained, Baba.
Yeah. When spiritual seekers connects self, then in the life of spiritual seeker, we'll see the strength, we'll see the confidence, we'll see the peace, serenity. Everything is there. But in day-to-day life, we'll say that he has nothing. But he will say that I am everything. I have everything. I have everything means children, the child says that my mother is with me. It means I have everything. But actually, that baby doesn't have anything except the mother. But for him, mother is everything. In the same way, if we are in the self, we are abide in the self, we will get all types of security, comforts, contentment, happiness, and then we'll see the glow in his face, which comes from the self. Oh, we can. He is very tejasvi. Not that glow comes from beauty parlor or for makeup. That glow comes from within. Atma Ramo Virajate. The shining comes from the within because he always remains in its glory. It is in essential nature of the self. Atma Ramo Virajate. And he always with peace. Yogi Shanti Samayukto Atma Ramo Virajate. And now he has no pairs of opposite likes and dislikes. Tukaram Maharaj says that Kai Khato Amma Ka Saya Sangati. What I eat, I don't know. Is it sweet or is it salty? Whatever comes in my plate, I eat for satiate my hunger. I'm not entertaining my senses. So 10 senses represents the tendency of the Ravana. We may feel comfort under the grace, under the security of 10 senses. But while remaining under the observation of the 10 senses, we will not feel happy. We have to control the senses. Then we can become Dasharath. But if you free the 10 senses, do anything whatever you want, then we become a Ravana, 10-headed Ravanas. And if you are 10-headed Ravanas, then you will not feel happy, peace everywhere. No, you will feel miserable. Yes.
By knowing all these knowledges. By knowing all these knowledges.
Yes. Ravana was a great scholar and learned.
Yes.
He knows the entire Vedas. He can wrote a commentary on the Vedas. Intellectually, he is very expert. That knowledge, he does not bring in his own life. And he was a very mighty king, but he came in India and Dandakaranya just walking here and there like a dog or searching the piece of happiness, like a piece of bread in this way. In the same way, you may become a very great like Ravana, but you will not have a peace. And for that peace, you make your life as a many pieces here and there.
Yes.
So we have to cross the ocean of delusion and kill the demon's likes and dislikes. Withdraw himself from the world and unites with the self. Then you will feel the peace within. And you will revels and shines in the self. Atma Ramo Viraja. Tirtva Moharanavam Atva Ragadveshadi Rakshasan. Yogi Shanti Samadhi. Atma Ramo Viraja.
These two shlokas I got by hearted, Baba. Only yesterday was itself.
But I told all shlokas you should by heart.
And what happens? Can't concentrate. So much shlokas are there, na. Now it's difficult to digest. सगळे
Yeah.
आक्रोड बदाम येते एकदम.
If you concentrate your attention toward the Atma Rama, then you are in Avidya, Ayodhya.
But this
But then
this
you are,
my confidence. These two shlokas actually. Yes, I can do it now.
when you attracts your attention toward the sense object, then we are in Avidya, Avidya.
Right.
Avidya represents Lanka. And knowledge represents Ayodhya. No war is there. No struggle is there.
Ayodhya, right.
Baihya nitya sukha sattim
Baihya nitya sukha sapim
hitvatma sukha nirvataha
hitvatma sukha nirvrataha
घटस्तदीपवत् स्वस्तः
घटस्तदीपवत्
स्वान्तरेव प्रकाशते
स्वान्तरेव प्रकाशते.
बाह्यानित्य सुखासक्तिं हित्वा आत्मसुख निर्वृतः घटस्थ दीपवत् स्वस्थः स्वान्तरेव प्रकाशते. This is again a very beautiful slok. In this sloka, what is the central message in one sentence? If you want to attain something higher, we have to drop lower. If you want to catch something highest, we have to drop lowest. But if you want to live together, you do not ready to drop the lower thing. At the same time, we have to attain the higher thing. So, lower tendency and higher principle, we cannot bring together. We have to choose anyone. चिड़िया दो दो न बने. In this way. People say that, no, we will do this and we will do that simultaneously.
दोन्ही पेवावरी ठेवू जाता हात वय अपघात शरीराचा.
Yeah. It means they want to live in prayer as well as Shreya simultaneously. Shreyascha preyascha manushya metat. But two paths are different and opposite to each other. We explained this theme before. So if you are path of the prayer, then we will not reach the Shreya. It is the opposite, like east and west. You are walking east and you want to go west. How it is possible? This is the wrong direction. The same concept Shankaracharya brought beautifully in these slokas. Look at these slokas. Bahya means external. external sense objects, word, taste, smell, shabda, sparsha, rupa, ras, and gandha. These are 5 sense objects. And we have a sense organs. Through these sense organs, if anybody want to happiness from the external objects, Shankaracharya says that all sense objects are anitya. It is flittering, temporarily, impermanent. But if you are attached with that flittering joy, which comes from the external sense object, but if you want to attain the eternal joy and happiness, first we have to drop this attachment with external object, which you think that they are the source of happiness. Shankaracharya says that hitva. Hitva means having renounced the temporarily external sources of the happiness. Bahya anitya sukha saktim hitva. You are in the path of the spirituality. You are in the path of searching eternal peace or happiness. Then we have to drop the attachment of the external object because they are temporarily impermanent, flittering. So we have to drop the attachment of the objects, not the objects. Because we need objects. But while remaining in that objects, we should not have attachment with them. We need motorcycle for traveling. We need food. We need children. We need wife. We need all the relation. Or we need all family members. Okay, they are necessary. But day and night continuously, please do not bring them in your own mind. You are just traveling here and there, but you brought all of them in your mind. Then problem will create. 2 days before, I told you that actor plays various role in the drama. Sometimes he crying, sometimes he weeping, sometimes he dancing, sometimes he jumps from here and there, sometimes he kills other, and very perfectly, delicately, he plays his role. But after the show overs, he come back again and sits in his own place comfortably. If we ask, are you king now? Are you villain now? He said that my job is over, my mission is over. I drops all identification in that drama and I come again out of this drama. Now I am is I am. I drops all identification and then he become comfortable and happy. In the same way, Bahya anitya sukha saktim hitva. We have to drop the attachment of external happiness because they are flittering, they are impermanent. Then we have to contain with the self. Atma sukha nirvrittaha. When we connect with our eternal essential nature, then happiness or contentment comes from within. That is called Atma Sukha. They are not two separate parts. Atma is one side and Sukha is another side. Atma Sukha, Atma is the nature of the happiness. And when person happy, that happiness does not come from external objects. He renounced the attachment of the external objects, even though he happy, that happiness comes from the self. Atma Sukha Nirvrittaha. Now, he is free from all temptation. He is free from all disturbance. He is free from all agitations. He is free from all type of pairs and opposites. He remains in one's own true nature. How? Ghatastha deepavat swastha. The lighted lamp kept very safely in particular pot. So there is no force of the wind. There is no disturbance of anything. Just that lamp kept in the pot. That time, that lamp gives light, not wavering here and there. It shines itself. In the same way, deep lamp is there, but that lamp is placed in the pot. Ghatastha, it means stha means kept. Ghata stha, the lamp placed or put in the pot, in the pot, and there is no wind. It means that lamp shines with its glory without any disturbance. The flame goes off without wavering here and there. In the same way, when a spiritual sadhaka sits in meditation, having dropped everything, and he abides in the self, then he revels in his own true nature. His mind kept in the very perfect place, and that is the self. Our mind is like a lamp. And if you put your mind in external sense objects, then mind is very restless. And we put the lamp of the mind in the restless spot. Pot is restless, mind is restless, and you want to become calm and quiet. It is impossible. So take out the lamp of mind from the restless objects, and you put this lamp in steady and comfortable pot like a self. Then mind become one with self. It shines its own glory. Swantha reva prakashate. Inside, he shines with the glory of the self. Swantha reva prakashate. So Swantha Sukha or eternal peace is the highest goal of human life. and the external objects and attachment with them, we have to drop within. At the same time, we will connect our mind and intellect with the higher consciousness. So attach with higher consciousness and detach from the lower tendency of the sense object. बाह्यानित्य सुखासक्तिं हित्वा आत्मसुख निवृत्ताः घटस्थ दीपवत् स्वस्थः स्वान्तरेव प्रकाश. Remaining connotation or remaining aspects of these words or shlokas we'll see tomorrow. Till
Okay.
then, we keep ourselves in the self, shines with self, rebels with self. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.